Most of what we communicate is expressed through body language. So listen to these people explain how comfortable their Danks furniture is. Danks, the comfort of home.
A very good afternoon and welcome to Hale Hockey Club for this round 3 match in the Hockey WA men's competition. Hale currently sitting in 8th position. They played 2, lost 1, drawn 1 on 3 points. And Whitford currently sitting in 10th position, have played 2, lost 2 and have no points. But this will be early days in the season. It's pretty close between all of the various teams. Well, we'll turn our attention to the team lineups, and first of all, the lineups for Hale. And I can tell you they've got 2 changes from the team that played last week. Jack Faulkner and Charlie Norman are not playing. In comes Blake Murdoch and Lucas Bendotti, who are wearing number 20, who will be making his Hale Premier Grade debut. Obviously a big day for him. He's excelled apparently in the under-18s, and according to Jeff Cock, has earned his place in the starting lineup today. Goals are going to be crucial for Hale, you feel, and they need to get the forward line firing. Sam McCulloch, well, he's been getting in great positions, just needs to, in my opinion, relax a little bit and the goals will come. And they're going to need some goals, you feel, today, because if we turn our attention to the lineup for Whitford, well, they have Fraser Heath in their forward line, the Scottish international, and he has enjoyed his time in Australia last year, playing in Hockey 1 and also for Whitford, that he's back this year. And he's got his mum watching as well, so if ever there was an inspiration to score some goals, that would be it. They've got a few changes to their team lineup. Out goes Cody Pepe, who was in goal last week, and he will be replaced by Dom Kane. Liam Stevens, who is an import, is also missing out. Del Midolo and Ethan O'Brien. In come Sam Bodenstaff and Callum Jones, and making his debut for Whitford is Tristan Lascivicius. And Tristan Lascivicius, of course, did have a spell playing for Melville previously. And so he'll no doubt be looking forward to making his debut today for Whitford. And it's interesting because if you go back to 2017, it was Tristan Lascivicius made his debut for Melville against Hale in April 2017. So how many players make their debut for 2 different clubs against the same team? Well, answers on a postcard. This should be a cracking game. Hale without Liam Flynn, who is currently, of course, in Zimbabwe, his home country originally, with his family, and due back next week, I believe. Whether he'll be fit enough to play after enjoying the fine food and wine over there, we'll have to wait and see. But certainly at the moment it would feel that they need his goals. And of course, just a reminder that none of the international players currently available or will be playing for any of the teams in the men's competition until after the Olympic Games, and all the development squad players have currently been left out as well, but I believe they are due to come back after round 4 So they've got just another 2 weeks to go before we will see those players coming back into the squads in the Hockey WA Premier Grade. I'm Ashley Morrison, looking forward to sharing all of the action with you. Should just remind you that Jeff Cock is the coach of Hale and Phil Marshall is the coach of Whitford. And both of those are Tasmanians. Both of those were teammates for Tasmania. And so there's great friendship as well as rivalry today between the two. Our umpires for this match are Rhys Young and Riley Symington. And hopefully they won't have anything controversial to worry about during this match. And a good smattering of fans around the place. Certainly plenty of people here supporting Whitford. And Hale, well, can they get their first win of the season? Hale lost 4-1 at home to Melville, then drew 1-1 with Fremantle after taking the lead in that match, whereas Whitford lost 2-3 to Reds, and then they lost 4-1 to Wasps. This is their first away game of the season. And I have to say, Fraser Heath, you're not going to miss him there, front of screen with the peroxide hair colour. He's going to make sure he stands out. Well, they say if you want to get noticed, make sure you wear something that'll make people notice you. But of course, you then got to back it up. It looks like it will be Whitford to get us underway. It's a little bit dark down on the pitch. I can tell you the floodlights have been on for a while now, so as the sun continues to drop, I'm sure that the brightness will improve. It's just been a very sunny day for this time of year, very warm day, and the men were no doubt very pleased that the shade has come. Only just the far corner with a little bit of sunlight now, a sliver of sunlight by the corner flag. I was saying that Dom Kane is still got a little bit of sun on his face. Comes wide to Fraser Heath immediately. Ryan Christie fed the ball into the corner. Here goes. Good defence though from Bowen. Carrying on. That was good work coming from Ryan Christie. He's got his team a free hit just outside the circle. Comes back now to Joe Welsh. Welsh, of course, who had a spell with Hale. Struggled to find a way into the Hale side that season with such a strong defensive lineup. The ball played back to Simon Norton. Into the circle it goes, and good save coming from Jared Crick. Fraser Heath now. Just let that one run away, and Rintu Fukunaga looking to feed it forward. Good work coming back by McCulloch, although he's penalised. Fukunaga trying to combine with McCulloch rather. And Fukunaga stole it, but then straight away taken back by Simon Norton. Matt Christie now. Should mention we have 3 Christies playing in the team, 2 of which are twins. Matt Christie is a twin with Duncan Christie, although they're not identical twins. Into the circle it goes. Great save again, Jared Creek. Creek denied Duncan Christie just as I was mentioning all the Christie brothers. And a really good opening opportunity for Duncan Christie. Just 2 minutes gone. And that's a really good save from Jared Crick. Jared Crick, who saw himself elevated a little bit sooner than expected last season, but has really stepped up. And the coaching staff has said one of the great things about him as a player is his willingness to learn and listen. And that's a credit to Jared Crick as a young man. Whitford again trying to find a way to get forward. Determined running coming that time from Duncan Christie. No doubt trying to atone for the opportunity that he couldn't get into the goal. Braden King. So the ice cool man, Blake Wallace. Benji Austin. Bowen just deflecting that one back to Jorgensen. Jorgensen, though, dispossessed by Jake Prunster. Jorgensen and Austin coming back. Still with Prunster, though. And Prunster, well, you'd have to say he turned his back into the defender. I mean, I know players do it all the time, but that to me looked like an obstruction. Wallace. Wonderful defence from Wallace. And taking a tumble is Charlie Johnston. Johnston now for Hale. Another one of the young guns forcing his way into the Premier side. Good strong defence that time from Luke Marmion. Marmion plays it in from the baseline, and whistle's gone because we had another ball on the pitch. Not quite sure where that one came from. Just suddenly saw it. So eases the pressure a little bit for Whitford. Played square. Will come now to Joe Welsh. Welsh up the side. And Jorgensen penalised, and Prunster winning the free hit. That's intercepted well by Braden King. He comes back to close him down into the centre of the midfield. Sam Cabral, the Canadian, turning, gets a free hit from Prunster. Cabral wanting to get on with things quickly. Self passes, goes wide this time to Murdoch. Blake Murdoch forced outside the 23, keeps possession for Hale. Good defence that time by Matt Christie. Matt Van Sel. Braden King. Benji Austin, back to King again. King closed down that time by Tom Briggs. Went to the air, and it's worked for Whitford. They've got possession. Carried out a defence again by Simon Norton. Comes to Norton once more. Nice turn from him on halfway. Pushes it into space. Gets the free hit though, so Whitford will be back on halfway. Although they've stolen about a metre. Thrown to the air. Underneath that is Hale and Braden King. King up the sideline and deflected up that time off the stick of Sam Ashton, creating a little bit of danger. Joe Welsh from the side. Throws it laterally across the pitch. Chasing to get it is Tom Briggs. Briggs keeps it in play. And that looked like it just caught the foot that time of Krobela. Free hit is taken quickly, goes back to Ingles. In fact, maybe it's a long corner. In fact, Ingles will take the long corner. Played infield, but it's an errant pass, and Murdoch picks it up, plays it in the foot of Norton. Gives Whitford the chance to get players back behind the ball. 6 minutes gone, 0-0 still. And thrown long and too long as it bounces out of play. 16 to Whitford. Hale with just 2 goals so far this season in their opening 2 games. Fraser Heath has scored 2 for Whitford out of their 3. Denver Farmer getting the other one. Bodenstaff intercepted well by Braden King. Sam Ashton being forced back, eventually draws the foul, so it'll be a free hit to Hale. King comes across to take it. Great angle pass, picks out Jorgensen. Jorgensen, though, immediately put under pressure. Good steal from Callum Jones. And Callum Jones wins another free hit for his team. Callum Jones, just 17 years of age. He actually played for Hale under 12s. So one that slipped away. 1 gold with the West Australian under 13s team a few years ago. Matt Christie decides to go back again into the defensive line. Flick of the wrist, Fraser Heath is under that, gets it well, pulls away. Intercepted again. Braden King having a big name. Fukunaga. And looking to feed it into Sam Ashton, but just put it about 2 meters too far ahead of him. That's a brilliant block. Really good play that time from Murdoch. Jorgensen. Comes square now to Chrobola, yep. Benji Austin. I believe is the master of the silent disco. Benji Austin. Austin again. Fraser Heath looking to close him down. It's a super pass from Benji Austin. Just running out of ideas there, but kept possession well. That was good play coming from Lucas Bendotti, the man making his debut. Bendotti, that's showing real presence of mind. A lot of players making their debut wouldn't have kept possession. Here he was again. That time didn't quite get it on the end of his stick the way he would have liked. So Bendotti, former North Coast Raiders player, coming through the Hale youth system now. Braden King. Cabral dispossessed. That was a good tackle from Callum Jones. And good work again that time from Tom Briggs. Briggs and Jones combining well. And Briggs, who went to Church and Sena High School. Oh, that's well intercepted by Cabral. Cabral, well, could he have slipped it? Tries to get a penalty corner, and he's won the penalty corner. Maybe felt that Lucas Bendotti was just not quite on, but Bendotti will be, I'm sure, frustrated. Cabral got that. Bendotti made a good run into space, and Cabral decided to go himself. Has won the first penalty corner of the match. Gives me a chance again to acknowledge our sponsors. Varsity now open at the Inelo Megaplex. Specials available for all Hale Club members. Just make sure you download the app and contact Paul Graham so that the club reaps the benefits. And of course, Apex Hydraulics, aiming to provide the highest quality products and customer support through a range of services with efficient turnaround, saving you money and resources. That's apexhydraulics.com.au. So Hale, can they open the scoring? Benji Austin at the first battery. They go, sorry, at the first battery it was actually Chrobola. Benji Austin was at the second. They've got another penalty corner. Went straight into the runner's foot. So Chrobola lining up at the first battery. It goes to him again. This time he flicks. Oh! Ian Chrobola gives Hale the opening goal with 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. A wonderful flick from him, and he will no doubt feel that that means he should be elevated in the opportunities from penalty corners. So that's just what Hale needed. Whitford, though, won't be dispirited. I'm sure of that. And just unfortunately for them, going over the side, Callum Jones not able to keep that one in play. Blake Wallace didn't get that one under control, but he'll scurry across and get it on the end of his stick. It's almost like his stick is a homing pigeon, or has a remote device where the ball just goes straight to it all the time. Benji Austin. Deflected from Fraser Heath. Fukunaga collects it. It's being forced back towards the corner. Stick poke takes it over the side. It'll be a Hale ball though. With just under 4 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Short pass goes to Sam Ashton. Good block though defensively. And Whitford looking to carry it out, but Ashton battling all the way to make sure that Matt Christie went nowhere. Josh Bowen now comes across, steals it back for Hale. Wins a free hit as well. Simon Norton ready to pounce if Hale thought they were going to play on quickly. was actually reading an article about him recently from a few years ago where he was saying that he preferred indoor to 11-a-side. Of course, he is a very accomplished indoor player and plays in the Hills Hockey Night Series up in Mundaring, which again is a fantastic facility and a really good competition as well. Coming across, good defensive play again. Benji Austin is everywhere today. Fair to say he was pretty much everywhere against Fremantle as well. That's a good ball forward again. McCulloch now. Great run by Fukunaga. It's going to come inside the circle, but missed as he went for the shot. Josh Bowen on the reverse stick. Smile on his face. I think it was more a gritted smile through his teeth. Josh Bowen doesn't get that many goals, but that was a really good opportunity. Just wonder whether he might have been better off just trying to let it run onto his forehand and then smash it. But I think, to be fair, Dom Kane would have been out pretty quickly. That's good work defensively that time from Luke Marmion. And that's found the foot and unceremoniously dumped on the ground was Ashton. McCulloch will steal that away, although he's penalised. To me, that just looks shoulder to shoulder, two players going for the ball. Norton trying to turn Sam Ashton, goes to the right, then Ashton stick pokes it away. McCulloch tries to get there. Good work being done that time, though, by Bodenstaff. Nice turn again from Callum Jones. Jones won the free hit. No, it's gone the other way. Whitford thinking it was their free hit. Hale throw it to the air. Should fall to Blake Murdoch. Murdoch brings it down brilliantly. Helps it forward into the path of Marcus Jorgensen. Into the circle. Oh, Fukunaga. Well, he just pushed it across the face of goal. Just didn't quite get enough angle on it to creep in at the back post. Must have, in fact, just come off the pads of Kane because it's a long corner to Hale with 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Bowen just told the right position to take it from. Well, the umpire's saying the ball didn't go 5 meters before it was played into the circle. That's a strange one because he was on the 23-meter line and it didn't appear to cross until it was near the baseline. But anyway, play will continue. Again, sharp save Jared Crick, but the rebound's a good one for Whitford, and Prunster was on it in a flash, but Krobela, it's Jorgensen in fact, and that is the end of the first quarter. And they've had to battle hard, but Hale are in the ascendancy thanks to a penalty corner goal by Ian Krobela. And that means that going into the first break, it is Hale 1, Whitford's 0.
Most of what we communicate is expressed through body language. So listen to these people tell you how they feel about having furniture from a local company with over 50 years experience in creating comfort. Danks, the comfort of home.
The Hale players all in a huddle around their coach, Jeff Cock, listening to all he's got to say. Well, he was playing earlier today and got a win and a goal. As we see the Whitford group just breaking up now. So Hale with a 1-goal lead at the moment. A very slender lead. Whitford have looked lively going forward. So the umpires ready to get the second quarter underway. Whitford play it back. Played square again from Norton. Good pressure applied. That was on Ingles. Norton used his body well. Marmion managing to feed that to Prunster. I think I might have called Lasavicius Prunster in the end of that first quarter. My apologies for that. Justin Lasavicius, as I said, making his debut in this game. Sam Ledane. Just wonder if he's Ledin, because it looks like a sort of French name. Sam Ledin, who went to Mount Lawley Senior High. Stolen back well by Whitford. And the light's beginning to have some effect now as the ball's back with Marmion. Marmion again. Joe Welsh is wide, but it's Bowen who gets the touch and intercepts. Cabral picks up. Wallace feeds it back to King. Jorgensen. Marcus Jorgensen's new haircut throwing me a little bit this season. I'll get used to it soon. Comes wide to Joe Welsh. Intercepted by Matt Van Salm. Keeps it away from Duncan Christie. But Braden King had a fair bit to do. Christie fought back, wins it back for Whitford. Try to feed it to Fraser Heath, but free hit conceded. Now a good break coming on the outside from Ryan Christie into the circle. Just poked it back. Back with Ryan Christie. Across the face of goal. And certainly waiting to get the touch was brother Duncan. But it just looked to bobble over his stick. So really good run from Ryan Christie. In 2015 was the most promising junior at the club, and he's certainly fulfilled that. Hale throw it high, goes over Bowen's head, and no one will get on the end of that one as it just crosses the baseline. 16 to Whitford. Marmion will carry it up to the 23. No one putting pressure. Comes wide onto the left now to Welsh. Welsh closed down by Murdoch. Marmion closed down by McCulloch. Norton just pushes it back into the defensive line. And Matt Christie, the captain, pushing it forward. Norton again. Norton looking like he just tripped a little bit as he played that pass. Good run coming that time from Ledane. Ledane leaving it behind. Intercepted inside the circle. A very important touch coming there. That was good work by Ian Hrobela. Now at the back it's Bodenstaff. Bodenstaff being put under pressure. Free hit there goes against Hale. willing work being done in the forward line again. Hale pinch it back. Charlie Johnston was the man doing all the work, and again doing well. Lucas Bendotti comes on and makes a good run straight away into the circle. Benji Austin, not sure that went quite where he was wanting. It's fallen kindly for Sam McCulloch. Was McCulloch impeded? Well, the decision's gone the other way. And Hale looking at the umpire. It certainly looked as if the defender impeded McCulloch as he was running towards goal, trying to get a shot away. Good work again by Cabral, feeding it to Jorgensen. Lovely turn again. That's really good from Charlie Johnston. Johnston just stepping back. Jorgensen. His pass was intercepted well. Now Whitford come away with it. Fraser Heath now keeps it in play. Looks to accelerate over the halfway line. Throws it in the air, and that was a good idea, but it just was too far ahead of Tom Briggs. Fraser Heath looking to unlock the defence with the overhead. Would have been really good if it had just dropped for Briggs. Krobela making the run is Fan on the side. It's Asger Wade actually. Murdoch again. Murdoch looking to run at the defence, looking for the return pass. He's gone inside the circle. And unfortunately for Hale, the final touch. Just saw it go over the baseline off their stick. So Christie again. It's Welsh. Oh, wonderful work. Just getting there ahead of Krobela. Really good play coming from Tom Briggs. Briggs again. Oh, this time stolen away by Ashton, but good work defensively coming from Simon Norton. Welsh. They just showed too much of the ball. Ashton says thank you very much. Bendotti calling for it again. It'll come to him now. Bendotti holds it up, skips the ball over a stick, plays it into the circle. Great pass by him. Still alive for Charlie Johnston. And off the pads of Kane it goes. Long corner to Hale. So the youngsters combining Lucas Bendotti and Charlie Johnston. Charlie Johnston, part of the Southwest Academy of Sport. Went to the Bunbury Cathedral Grammar School. Comes back again to Krobela. Asger Wade. Nice dummy from him. Krobela once more. Braden King, a little bit of space. He'll be closed down though by Lasavicius. Intercepted by Welsh. Welsh managing to find Briggs. Briggs thought about going himself. He's knocked it past one and has managed to get a free hit for a shove, which the Hale supporters don't really agree with. Bodenstaff plays it back into the defensive line again. He'll get the ball back. As Marmion up the sideline. That's well received. Nice turn as well from Callum Jones. Goes up off the stick into the body of Jorgensen, so it's off his own stick. That's why the free hit's gone to Marmion. Marmion again. So good high press, well, closing down certainly from Hale. Murdoch working really hard. And they've got it forward, Whitford, but Hale intercepting. Trying to get it out of defence now. Nice turn on the 23. That was good work again being done by Murdoch. And up the side it goes, but over the side it goes. Oh dear, that's not gone to the air. Murdoch's simple pass played by him. Gets the return pass now just on halfway. Infield he goes. Bowen. In fact, it's Austin. In fact, it's Ashton. I'll get it right eventually. Sam Ashton. Just the light throwing me a little bit. Good defence again coming from Matt Christie, and Hale continuing to put pressure on. Fukunaga is there. Ball ricocheted up, and again it's gone against Hale. I think they're getting a little bit frustrated with the umpire at this end. Need to put that out of their mind. Comes to Justin Hendry. Hendry feeding it through a gap, but Braden King should collect. Gives it to Benji Austin, who was just wrong-footed momentarily. Now it's Ashton. Ashton faced with Callum Jones. Holds it up. Goes back to Chrobala. King again. Just down the line to Matt Van Selm. Van Selm. Nice diagonal pass from him. Fukunaga just couldn't get on the end of that pass and cleaned up again at the back. Fraser Heath now breaking over halfway for Whitford. Fraser Heath, one hand on his stick, driving towards the circle. It's a good tackle from Benji Austin, helped out by Sam Ashton. And now Hale look to go on the attack with just over 4 minutes left in the first half. Hale leading by 1-0. Thrown to the air and brought down well by the debutant Lucas Bendotti. Just lost that time by Fukunaga. And it'll be a Whitford free hit. Short pass played to Prunster. Prunster looks to turn and take on Sam Ashton. Best he can get is a ball from the side for his team. Once again, Whitford take their time. Marmion turns away, plays it back into the defensive line. Christie decides to carry it out. Bursts forward over halfway. Keeps running. Good touch comes from Bowen. Takes it away from him. Fukunaga's made a good run. Bendotti just drops the ball back to Braden King. In fact, it is Braden King. Now it's Sam Ashton. Ashton's pass cut out. Fraser Heath, no one's forward for him, so he's going to have to just hold it up, and he just drops the ball back into Simon Norton. Well, Hale closing down the space well, forcing Whitford to play the ball backwards. Marmion again goes square. Welsh had to reach back to get that one. McCulloch puts pressure on him, and McCulloch appeals for a push that time, and it goes the other way again. And in fact, McCulloch has been penalised for obstruction, was the call from the umpire. Well, tried to go to the air. McCulloch's ended up with the ball. Probably not the way he was expecting to end up with it, but he's got it. Released it now. And McCulloch gets it back again for Hale after it was just lost momentarily by Sam Cabral. Cabral takes it outside the 23 to take the free hit. We've got 2 minutes left in this quarter. Back with Cabral. Cabral lifts it, though, into the circle. It's going to be a free hit to Hale, though. It must have come up off a Whitford stick. Braden King makes his way forward on the 5-metre line. And now he drills it in. He didn't hit that as hard as he expected, and it's going to be a save by Kane. Good save that time by Kane to deny Charlie Johnston. Johnston still going. Whitford scramble it over to the side, and it's not gone out of play. It's right down in the corner flag at the moment. Trying to spin their way out of trouble is Callum Jones. And eventually the free hit goes the way of Whitford. Joe Welsh. Back to Marmion. Goes wide onto the right-hand side. There's a bit of space there, but Hale shuttle across. And again, looking to flick it into the air, and it didn't even get airborne. Well, there was a couple of stick checks there. Good pass. Help forward, that was Lasavicius. Braden King, good early release from him. Thrown high and long through the middle. It's going to break kindly for Hale. It's Cabral. Cabral to the, well, it's ricocheted kindly for Whitford. Looked like it was going to go to the back post, but Bodenstaff managed to hold it up and then clear the danger. Final 15 seconds now. Now Whitford, I would think, would be relieved that they haven't conceded a second, because they've been under the cosh a little bit in this last 10 minutes of the first half. Cabral again goes on a run, but he's going to run out of time. There goes the hooter. So Hale kept knocking, but they could not find a second goal. So the score remains the same as it was at the end of the first quarter. Ian Chrobolar's goal, the difference between the two teams. It is Hale 1, Whitford 0 at halftime.
Most of what we communicate is expressed through body language. So listen to these people explain how comfortable their Danks furniture is. Danks, the comfort of home.
Welcome back to Hale Hockey Club halftime here, as we can see Phil Marshall talking to the Whitford players. They're trailing by 1-0 at the moment. And as I mentioned at the beginning, Liam Flynn, who's been such a rampant goal scorer for Hale, not here at the moment, away in Zimbabwe. And Whitford, I think, would be very relieved, because looking at the recent games between these two teams, in 7 matches, Liam Flynn has scored 13 goals against Whitford. So him not being here today, I'm sure they will be very relieved. But the goal at the moment from a penalty corner, Ian Chrobolar in the 10th minute. And the big question is, can Hale find a second, or will Whitford get an equaliser? Sam McCulloch, I mentioned him. Well, he's scored in the last 2 games against Whitford, so he would think that this would be the game where he could break his season duck and get one. Certainly he's getting involved in a lot of stuff and a lot of altercations or discussions with the umpires at the moment. Anyway, once again, I'd just like to acknowledge our sponsors that make the live stream of all of these games at Hale in 2023 possible, and that is Apex Hydraulics, the sole authorised distributor of Nationwide for UK manufactured high force hydraulic products range. also as an alternative to other brands in the market. That's apexhydraulics.com.au. And of course, Danks Furniture, the comfort of home. They sure know sofas. And of course, Varsity proudly supporting Hale Hockey. Check with the teams to host your next function there. And if you want to check with Paul Graham, make sure you download the app, because the club benefits every time you go to a Varsity store and you're using the app, and it's linked to the discounts available through Hale Hockey Club. Good to see the players coming out for the second half. And it'll be interesting to see how the next 30 minutes play out. Whitford, as I mentioned, have not beaten Hale as yet since they got promoted to the Premier Grade. This may be the night they feel they can. Certainly, they've threatened at times. Jared Crick has made a couple of really important saves in goal for Hale. So the umpire's now just waiting for the OK from the timekeeper. And we can get this third quarter underway. Hale push back, courtesy of Sam McCulloch. McCulloch lets that one run. That was good by him. He's run on to receive the pass into the circle. Up it goes off the stick, and as Whitford try to clear it, played into their own man. So penalty corner right at the start of the second half in favour of Hale. And they scored from their last one. It's their third penalty corner. It was a retake. And Ian Grobbelaar firing home. McCulloch is out there now. He'll want to go, I'm sure. Now Fukunaga making his way to the baseline. McCulloch is lining up at the first battery. Benji Austin is at the second. And I'm sure that McCulloch will be the player of choice. That's nothing going against Benji Austin. McCulloch into the first runner. And Fraser Heath has taken a pretty painful blow on the foot. And they will not want him to have to come off. He's hobbling back behind the goal line. Fraser Heath, who is a very fast sprinter. Shuffle of the feet from McCulloch. Comes to him again. He flicks this time. And Sam McCulloch gets his first goal of the season. And you could see the relief on his face as he fired that one home. So Hale make it 2-0. Both the goals coming from penalty corners, and both the goals coming at the second attempt from penalty corners. So the perfect start to the second half for the home side. And now the question is, how will Whitford react to that? Slightly errant pass, making it difficult for Sam Ledane to keep that one in play. Van Selm played it in. Blake Wallace now. Braden King back to Wallace again. Heath making a run forward. Fed into the midfield. Cabral to Bowen. Cabral just couldn't get the return pass as it came in from McCulloch. So the ball now back with Whitford. Intercepted well though. It's good work again coming from Charlie Johnston, who's been very lively tonight. Nice turn as well from Fukunaga. Free hit to Hale, just outside the 5 metre line. Good defence from Whitford on the edge of the circle from Norton. Bowen, though, has the ball now. Comes back to Van Selm. Van Selm's maturity belies his years. Again, a very quiet player that just gets on with the job. Bowen, back to Van Selm. King is up the line if he wants him. He uses him now. Aiden King closed down quickly by Sam Ledane. King again, this time gets it up to Bowen, who helps it on first time. McCulloch on the end of the pass, beats one. Good covering defence coming in that time from Simon Norton to play it over the baseline. Long corner to Hale. Bowen squares it. Comes back though to King, this time from Jorgensen. Thrown to the air. Brought down, but not convincingly that time by Duncan Christie. Cleared to just about the 23. Jorgensen picked it up, plays it towards goal, and Dom Kane plays it out towards the right-hand side. It goes over the baseline, so it'll be another long corner to Hale. Bowen back to King. Wallace now. Wallace is going to go square. Cabral took up a good position. Cabral advances, slips it to Bowen. Bowen into the circle, advances towards goal, looks to lay it across. Good block coming in, and a penalty corner has been awarded to Hale. Good work by Josh Bowen. It's a penalty corner number 5 for Hale. So once again, just like to acknowledge Danks, the comforter home, and also Varsity. Don't forget to get that, that Tuesday night is wing night at Varsity, and that's from 5 to 9 p.m. And then, of course, Wednesdays is cheeseburger night. If you fancy one, get into Varsity. So McCulloch, fresh from scoring from the last penalty corner, lines up again at the first battery. Fukunaga will once again inject. Austin is at the second. It goes to McCulloch. He flicks this time. Again, it goes into Heath. And, well, the shot came in from Braden King, I think it was, but it is now Lascivious on the attack. Lascivious wins a free hit, played on quickly by Norton. Norton into the circle. Hale, though, scramble it clear. Good quick pass coming that time from Bendotti. Good work again, Johnston. Feeds it forward, Bendotti. Can't keep that one in play. Ricochets off the Hale stick and over the side. Lascivious thought he was going off, but he's just done this nice loop back into play. It'll come to him now. Plays it pretty much first time. Good defence to stop Tom Briggs getting into the circle from Hale. Good solid defence that time coming from Hrobala. Lascivious, as I mentioned, making his debut. Originally hails from Port Elizabeth, as it was known. It's now Beha in Xhosa. My Xhosa not too good, but hopefully I haven't offended with that pronunciation. There's certainly a lot of shouting going on down on the pitch. It's going to be Hale's ball. Murdoch leaves it. Ashton plays on quickly and played it completely behind Charlie Johnston. So the pass is just not happening at the moment for Whitford. Collected that time well by Ryan Christie. Christie again. 2 Hale players there, and it's stolen away from him. Charlie Johnston again cuts infield. That's good by him. Squares it now. McCulloch. Ashton appeals for a free hit, top of the circle, not paid, and it's still with Hale at the moment. Bendotti, the debutant, feeds a good pass just inside the circle. Comes to Bendotti again. Swivels, tries to spin, and it's cleared eventually over the side by Whitford. Hale will look to take it quickly. Hrobala. Hrobala once more. Back to Braden King. King fires that one. Deflection off the stick that time of Matt Christie. So it'll be another long corner. Benji Austin just plays it in directly opposite where it went over the baseline to Sam Ashton. Ashton back to King. Hrobala again. Over the 23, goes into the circle, took a deflection, and they're having to scramble to get that one away. And play has been brought back for a free hit to Hale. Braden King having to stretch there, and Well, into the circle. Who's going to get on the end of that one first? Dom Kane out quickly. And a penalty corner conceded. Kane will query that with the umpire. But I don't think it's going to change the decision in any way. Kane looks despairingly at the other umpire, but he had his back to him. Well, Hale are just lining up at the top of the circle while the protestations continue from Whitford. Almost halfway through this third quarter. Hale leading by 2-0. Sixth penalty corner for them. McCulloch at the first battery, Hrobola at the second, both with 1 goal each from penalty corners. Benji Austin injecting this time for Hale. They go to Hrobola, flicks low, it's gone in. Hrobola has his second, Hale have their third. And the whistle, a card has been issued to one of the Whitford players. I think that was for dissent. And it looks like it may be Fraser Heath who is going to have a couple of minutes on the side. He is indeed, well, 5 minutes it will be. So that is disappointing for Whitford. They're down to 10 for all but 2.5 minutes of this third quarter. Good angle pass, not cleaned up that well at the back by Braden King that time, but it was good covering defence coming from Benji Austin. Now it's Marcus Jorgensen feeding it forward, trying to get it to Sam Ashton. Great defence at the back from Whitford. And equally good defence again when you consider they're down a player as well. That time it was Bodenstaff who stepped in and managed to prevent Hale getting into the circle. And the desperation there, Sam Ledane sprinting onto the field of play. Ashton just lifting it straight into the Whitford player. It's turned over possession now with 6.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And a penalty corner conceded. And once again, Whitford look quizzically around. I think Joe Welsh is the player that's been penalised. He's just stood his ground, wondering what he'd done. Almost like an innocent schoolboy when they're accused of something and the culprit has already left the scene of the crime. So penalty corner number 7 for Hale. And once again, we can acknowledge Apex Hydraulics, aiming to provide the highest quality products and customer service through a range of services with efficient turnaround, saving you money and resources. That's apexhydraulics.com.au. So Hrobola now is at the first battery, and they go to him. It's a mistrap there, kept alive by Hale. Now it comes to him. It goes up in the air, off a Whitford stick. Not deemed dangerous. That's gone into the foot, though. It'll be another penalty corner. That time just coming off the foot of Sam Ledane. So penalty corner number 8 for Hale. All the goals so far from penalty corners. Benji Austin at the second battery. Ian Hrobola at the first. Good trap this time. Hrobola never really got hold of it, and it just dribbled past Dom Kane's left-hand post. And Whitford can breathe a sigh of relief. They've got 6 minutes left. They're still down a player. Fraser Heath having got a yellow card. They go on the attack now, bursting forward. Strong defence from Hale. It's Braden King involved that time. Hale again stealing possession down in the far corner. Trying to play their way out, but they've turned it over. And it's a good run towards the circle. Great ball in, and it's gone past. Oh, how did that not go in? Well, that is unbelievable. Hrobola in the end clearing it. Jared Crick was beaten. and it just looked like it was just the slightest of touches would have taken it in. And it didn't cross the line, and Hrobala just managed to take it out. Well, when it's not your night, it's not your night. You will not see that very often. Hale now, of course, go on the counter-attack, and it would be the cruelest of blows if they scored on that counter-attack. Intercepted well by Bowen. Wallace now, plenty of space for him. He's closed down by Hendry. In fact, it was Ingles, my apologies. And shielding the ball, Sam Ashton penalised. Joe Welsh with the free hit, looking to drop back and receive it. This time is Hendry. Norton. Matt Van Salm, great defence from him, stepping across in front of the defender, lifting it over Norton's stick, getting the pass away. McCulloch then, and he gets a clear push in the back by Welsh. Well, that is quite an incredible decision, I think, from the umpire. And he got that one wrong. And McCulloch, I think, will feel he's been on the wrong end of a few decisions tonight, but he has got a goal, and he just needs to put that behind him. McCulloch, I felt, was leading, and he got a little bump, and then he got a full-on push in the back from Welsh. And in fact, Welsh may have been lucky not to get a green. And that's found the foot of King right at the top of the circle. It'll be a free hit to Whitford. They're screaming for a ball. Still plenty of time left. They've got 30 seconds to be with just 10 players. Short pass, that didn't go 5 metres though. Far too short to Cal Jones from Simon Norton. Probably went about 3 metres. And that's the problem when you're frustrated and you want things to happen. You make little mistakes like that. McCulloch brings it down. Great covering defence from Marmion. McCulloch again. Feeds it back. Sam Ashton to Bowen. Benji Austin. Now using the width well. Van Selm pulls wide on the left now. Good pass, picks out Ashton. Ashton looking to just try and lift that one over the stick of Cal Jones, but didn't get away with it. Bursting through the middle this time is Duncan Christie. He's fed it out wide, kept his run going. He's in behind the defence, but look at that, 2 defenders not allowing Whitford anywhere near the circle. And Sam Ashton. That was actually Josh Bowen. But Hale midfield, Bowen or Ashton just seeming to get a little bit more space than they've had previously in the game. There's Bowen now, feeds it forward, Fukunaga, but it's Van Salm comes on the outside. McCulloch now tries to go inside, but it's a really good tackle by Norton. Still with Hale though. And that's great by Fukunaga. Superb tackle, top of the circle by Callum Jones, and Hale will get a long corner. And I can tell you Fraser Heath is back on the field of play, so Whitford back to the full quota of 11. Thrown to the air, over Heath it goes, and Van Salm just taking his eye off the ball at the last second. 1 minute left in this third quarter. It's been a frustrating one for Whitford. They were 1-0 down. They conceded very early. Jorgensen with a good intercept. Bowen, well, he got a fortuitous touch actually that it ran to Fukunaga. Rinto Fukunaga now under pressure, loses out. He's chasing back and the stick just getting caught on him. Jake Prunster just unhooking it, I think, from Fukunaga's shorts as he looked to peel away. McCulloch keeps his run going. Fukunaga is wide, and it comes to McCulloch again. He's inside the circle, beats one defender, Looks to fire it past, and oh, he's got it in the goal. Well, the whistle didn't sound as far as I could hear. Well, the umpires are going to confer. It looked as if he'd found the foot. The ball ricocheted back to McCulloch and he put it in the goal, but I didn't hear a whistle. But then I have a set of headphones on, but we also do have an effects microphone. So the umpires are conferring. Riley Symington talking to Reece Young. Reece Young, the man, pointing his hand and just asking, I think, what the other umpire saw. And Braden King, the captain, coming forward to hear the discussion. And I would suggest McCulloch stays away from that because he's not had a very good evening with that umpire. It's clearly not going to be a goal awarded, and now they're explaining it to McCulloch. And again, I think he feels that, well, the penalty corner has been given. So that is penalty corner number 9 for Hale. And McCulloch is not going to be sending, I don't think he'll be sending Reece Young any Christmas cards or birthday cards this year, put it that way. And Blake Wallace now is asking the question. Well, maybe there was a whistle. I couldn't hear it. I can only assume that there must have been a whistle. Because if they don't blow it and play continues, the goal must stand. Well, there are 7 seconds remaining. That's why everybody from Hale, except for Jared Crick, has gone forward. McCulloch is at the first battery. Benji Austin is at the second. And I think they're saying to Sam McCulloch, well, you were robbed there, mate. Have a go now. Out it comes. It's a good injection straight into the first runner. Well, that went straight into the first runner's foot and should have been a retake. And sadly, it's been not a good end to the third quarter as a spectacle. But it is been a good third quarter for Hale because they managed to get 2 goals, one from Sam McCulloch and a second from Ian Hrobala. And so that means they head into the final break leading by 3 goals to 0.
Most of what we communicate is expressed through body language. So listen to these people tell you how they feel about having furniture from a local company with over 50 years experience in creating comfort. Danks, the comfort of home.
Phil Marshall, hard job now. That quarter, 2 goals conceded. He's got to lift his team up. They were in the match going into halftime, just 1-0 down, but now they've got a bit of a man in decline with 3 goals to find in the last 15 minutes for a share of the spoils. And they were clearly in the game. And I think even Whitford are feeling a little bit aggrieved with the 3rd goal. And that's where Fraser Heath picked up the card. So both teams have had their moments with the umpires tonight, which is unfortunate. The umpires, like the players, just trying to do their best as well. Waiting for the whistle now. Dom Kane is in position, so Sam McCulloch plays it back. Braden King throws it high. Whitford bring it down. Stolen though, edge of the circle. McCulloch fired up, looking to try and go on the reverse stick. Taking it to the baseline, back on the forehand. Looks to again go to the baseline. Fires it across the goal. That hit something on the way through. But it must have come off the stick because no protestations that time from anybody. Lively start, certainly. It's a free hit to Hale, just 5 metres out from the circle. Played back to the 23. It's deflected into the circle. McCulloch was there again, and he's penalised this time, and he knows that he was at fault. Ball comes wide for Whitford. Ingles plays it up the line, manages to find Ledane. Ledane has done well. He's won a free hit. He was also going to get on the ball. We got 2 balls on the pitch again now, and both players sending them back. Matt Christie to Marmion. Joe Welsh now. Good run down the left-hand side from Ryan Christie. That looked as if it came off the foot, I thought, as well. Christie was claiming it was a foot and deliberately kicked over the baseline. It's going to be just a free hit down by the corner flag. Certainly did look as if the defender threw that out. Fraser Heath jumping in the air. McCulloch is going to chase all the way. Doesn't need to foul. Put a hand in the back there of Matt Christie. Christie's gone backwards. McCulloch is still with him. Christie's turned away well, but McCulloch will steal that. And, well, again, defender ran straight across the line that the attacking player was trying to run. It was a clear obstruction. And it was picked up by the umpire. Just heard one of the supporters say he didn't have the ball. He actually did have the ball. Wallace steps out, pushes it over the side. So a win will be just what Hale wanted if they can hang on. That's going to be intercepted well by Charlie Johnston. Good defence though this time coming from Ingles. Johnston battling back, but Ingles comes up with the ball. And, well, the whistle goes now when Ingles was just bursting forward into open space, and we're brought back for a free hit. Matt Christie back to Marmion. Again, coming across is McCulloch. Marmion comes off for a breather. He's been pretty solid at the back. Luke Marmion went to St Stephen's School in Carramar, where picked up an award for the best team player. And that's probably a good award to win, actually. And he's certainly been good for his team tonight. Bendotti tries to turn. He's still got the ball. He's forced away from goal. Still going, though, the debutant for Hale. Free hit taken quickly. And just running out of space that time. There's Benji Austin. Benji Austin, I have to say, the first 3 games of this season has really lifted a gear and showed great leadership, in my opinion. Experienced player in the side, and when they've been a little bit down, he has really worked hard. Played forward now, Asger Wade. Carried out of defence by Matt Christie. Feeds it to Fraser Heath. Heath looking to take on that time Benji Austin, and a slip inside the circle. Now that was unfortunate. Tom Briggs again making a really strong run. Touch in the midfield, but Bowen's going to let that one run over the sideline. Came off Ryan Christie. Jorgensen just losing out that time. Simon Norton now being chased by Charlie Johnston. Johnston got a touch, and he just takes it away from Fraser Heath as well, but not able to keep it in play. Promising build up now from Whitford. And a free hit one on the far side. Norton over the ball. Let it run into the circle. And Hale, though, slightly overcooked that pass out of the circle. I think it was the desperation to get it away. Tristan Lasavicius is causing problems in the circle, no doubt about that. Joe Welsh now carries it forward, tries to dink it. Lasavicius, oh, he just couldn't get a stick on the end of that one. It was a good run by him, just needed to get the stick and it would have been across the face of goal where Fraser Heath was waiting. So the sign's good for Whitford, even if they've not quite managed to get the connections they would have liked. Lovely turn from Marcus Jorgensen, square to Ashton. Ashton helps it forward, and that was a first-time pass. Into the circle goes Ashton. Ashton beats two, lays it back, and Bendotti slipping, and it's come off his stick, and it will go to Whitford. But again, it was a good build-up through the middle, and the debutant for Hale, Lucas Bendotti, involved again. And you can see why Jeff Cock has promoted him. He looks very calm under pressure. Fraser Heath. Strong defence once more from Hale. That was Chrobala. Heath plays on quickly. Well, whether Fraser Heath didn't take the free hit from where it was, I'm not sure, but certainly went 5 metres to. And now a penalty corner has been awarded to Whitford. So their first penalty corner of the match coming just 7 minutes from the end, so 53rd minute of the match. Joe Welsh strolling forward. Would love to score, I'm sure, against one of his former clubs. Quite sure what that free hit was for, because certainly it couldn't be the Hale player 5 metres, because he carried it about 10 or 12 metres. So Fraser Heath is at the first battery, Joe Welsh is at the second. They go to Fraser Heath, it bobbles. That's not good, and a really good bit of defence there again by who else but Benji Austin. Asger Wade wanted to get on with things quickly, but in the end decides to leave it to Braden King, who's told to bring the ball back. King throws it to the air. Bendotti, good covering from him again. Not allowing any space for Matt Christie to get over the halfway line. And well, this time it was off Bendotti's stick, but it was above the knee into Christie. Chris goes back to Welsh. Bodenstaff back into Welsh again. Fukunaga decides he's going to step in, trying to throw it to the air. They didn't even get it airborne again. Bendotti now, a chance to surge through the middle for him. Feeds it wide unselfishly to Murdoch, but pass was just behind Blake Murdoch's feet, and it was really too difficult for him to get it under control. But those two, along with Charlie Johnston, are showing some really promising signs for the future for Hale. Nice steal by Cabral. Fukunaga happy to go back into the defensive lines. Cabral to Braden King. Sam Ashton just got that away in time to Chrobala. Good collection Again, wide on the right-hand side. Trying to stretch the Whitford defence. A little bit of space again now. Good break towards the circle. Ashton fires it to the top of the D. McCulloch. Oh, Sam McCulloch on the reverse stick. What a finish. Well, if ever you wanted an exclamation mark, that is it. McCulloch gets his second. Hale get their fourth. And a wonderful finish and patient build-up by Hale, leading to that fourth goal. Still just under 5 minutes left. And Whitford will feel, I'm sure, a little hard done by, having conceded 4 goals for the second week in a row. And yet, certainly in the first half, they were very much in this game. And it was just as if Hale flicked a switch at half-time. McCulloch certainly has been fired up this game. Comes wide again to Fukunaga, Rinto Fukunaga, the man from Tenri High School in Japan. Braden King. That's in fact Benji Austin. Braden King is just down here in front of me. Here he is now. Cabral. Sam Ashton, it's great to see him back after being out all of last season with a hamstring injury. And you can tell his confidence is growing with every game, as it would. Duncan Christie carrying over halfway, being chased now by Braden King. He holds it up, gets the better of King, managed to find a foot. So it'll be a free hit. Callum Jones. Goes back, it's square now from Ingles. Ingles will get the ball back on halfway. Ingles decides to go on a run. Oh, he's gone through the legs of McCulloch. Good cleaning up again at the back from Lucas Bendotti. What a debut he's had. If he just could get a goal tonight, that would be the icing on the cake. Murdoch did really well. Murdoch's made a run forward. Ashton, though, denied by Marmion. Really good tackle by him. Marmion has been solid at the back. Norton. Christie dispossessed by McCulloch. McCulloch cuts infield. It's broken kindly for McCulloch. McCulloch again, and into Kane it goes, and over the baseline. Long corner. McCulloch was desperately going for the third there. Dom Kane, though, good goalkeeping, covering his near post. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the match. Hale, you feel assured of the 3 points. Wallace put under pressure by Duncan Christie. Christie's got the ball back for Whitford. Whitford looking for some consolation from this match if they can get it. Oh, again, McCulloch lets that one run. Matt Van Selm into the circle. Good defence again, though, from Whitford, and cleared up over the sideline. Well, that was read really well as Van Selm just tried to use the 3D skills just to lift the ball over the stick. Ashton was looking for the diagonal pass. Wallace was a little bit slow in moving into that space. Now it's Braden King. Benji Austin going to be closed down by Lasavicius. Murdoch out now to Wallace. The deflection too narrow that time. Approaching the final minute. Norton, can he spark something from the back? Turns it over. McCulloch collects. Blake Murdoch again. Down the line. Great running Fukunaga. And good covering defence coming from Bodenstaff. Hale's ball down by the corner. 45 seconds remaining. Fukunaga on the ball for Hale. Gets a free hit. Rinto Fukunaga goes back again. Matt Van Selm. Van Salm in the corner. It's a long corner now to Hale. 17 seconds left. King will bang that one in the circle. You feel sure of that. He does. It took a deflection outside the D. It's a long corner, but Hale are not going to have time, I don't think, to take it. It is going to come back. They have taken it. Van Salm plays it into the D. It caught the shins, but there'll be no time for the free hit. And in the end, Hale are victorious for the first time in 2024. Started off with a penalty corner conversion from Ian Hrobela in the 10th minute. Sam McCulloch stretched their lead to 2-0 in the 31st. Hrobela then got a second for himself in the 38th, also from a penalty corner, before McCulloch rounded out the scoring with a wonderful reverse stick shot in the 56th minute to wrap up the game and the points for Hale. Final score here, Hale 4, Whitford 0.
Most of what we communicate is expressed through body language. So listen to this person tell you how comfortable they are, knowing their furniture was made right here in WA. Danks, the comfort of home.